Okay, hey guys, I'm Nate with Western Welding Academy. We're here today. We're gonna do 5 tips in 5 minutes. You see the timer behind me? Let's get it going. Tip number 1, make sure you have the correct lens in your hood. So sometimes we use a shade 10, pretty common. Some people use a 12, 13, even up to 8 sometimes for TIG welding. So if you can't see your weld, you can't see what's in front of you, you're gonna have a hard time welding. So when you're welding here, say you got your puddle going on here, if you can see 1/2 inch or 1 inch in front of your puddle, it's usually too dark. You need to be able to see at least 3 or 4 inches ahead of your puddle so you can kind of see where you're going, see what's in there. If you can see the full plate and you're seeing yellow spots when you lift your hood, you're definitely got a too light of a lens in there. You need to go a little bit darker. So you can't see, you can't weld. Tip number 2, preparation of your plate and base material. Okay, so very important to clean your base metal before welding. So for instance, we have a plate here. This is an unprepped side. As you can see, there's a mill scale on the back and the front. So this side I went ahead and took the liberty to go ahead and removing the mill scale. On the back and the front is this also. So what that does, that allows you when you're welding these together, run your bead in here, that puddle doesn't grab some of that mill scale and contaminate your weld. Tip number 3, good fit up. Good fit up is the key to a good weld. For instance, if you don't have a good proper spacing for your plate, you can use a 332 rod, kind of knock the flux off and make a spacer like this. This is what it was before we bend it. Place it in here like so. Sometimes people also like to use a TIG rod, 1/8 inch or whatever size you want your space. Put it in there. Give you the proper spacing that you desire. Tip number 4, rod angle. How important is rod angle? Very important. So it's very important, like I said, the rod angle, you don't want to be between pushing and dragging. Okay, so this would be considered dragging your puddle. This would be considered pushing your puddle. Okay, that'll determine your puddle control, and if you're doing a root pass, that'll determine like if you're going side to side or up and down. Rod position will give you a more uniform bead on your root pass, or also if you're capping on your cap, it'll give you a better puddle control and give you a nicer outcome. As you can see, we're almost out of time, so here we go. Tip number 5, body position and being comfortable. Body position is very important, and comfortability. Like if you're welding up here like this, you don't have much movement anyway like this. If you got to get comfortable, be comfortable. Come on back here, make life a lot easier for you. Yeah, for example, sometimes I go into somebody's booth and they're just all jammed up here, all super tight like this. I kind of have to pull them back and kind of ask them about if they do any shooting or not. Like if they ever shoot a rifle, they're definitely not going to be squeezed up on that trying to hit that trigger, get that bullseye. So same thing here. You're going to have to be comfortable and relaxed, get that bead in there. Just remember, if you're too tense, you're going to miss your target every time. Same with this. Hopefully these small 5 tips will help you get going for you beginners out there. And if you want to give it a shot, come over to applytoweld.com. Come join us.